Welcome back to News from Huzuz. Our heroes have had a very exciting day. What we heard from the ground was that there was a really wonderful display of dance and physical prowess. Some of them didn't do so well, but, you know, honestly, it's hot out there in the desert. What do you think, Dickleberry Fuck?
We come here with a local vendor, Ricardo, and these are his t-shirts.
Welcome one and all to yet another thrilling episode of The Stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadourks. I hope by now you have followed us on Instagram. We are sharing so much great content all the time, including these wonderful questions that the players have answered, so you get to know us a little better as people. Also, hop onto our Discord, link in the description below. We want to get to know you as people as well, and that is the best way to give feedback, to share your thoughts on Dungeons & Dragons, on life, on the podcast. Please join our community. My name is Ben Brady. I am the Dungeon Master. Let us meet our adventuring party.
I'm Emily Blair, and I play Sir Reginald Wellington III.
I'm Ashley Marie Robillard, and I'm also Selene Nightshade.
My name is Jessie, and I play Charla.
I'm Haas, and I play Beetle.
I am Philippe L'Esperance. I am playing Gilbert Heatherington.
I am Jacob O'Shea, and I play Billowby Fiddlefern.
My name is Tom Lynch, and I play Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir.
And without further ado, onward to adventure!
So, do we want food? A meal, perhaps?
I've been munching all day.
I just had tea and biscuits, so...
Well, we've only had lizards.
That sounds like a you problem. Mm-hmm. You made that decision.
The lizards were crispy! They were good!
I wonder if there's a restaurant around here.
Wasn't there somebody that we were going to meet that really likes cooking?
Yes.
Should we prepare for that?
Oh, Ghost Lady!
Yeah, maybe we should ask, if anyone knows how to cook for a ghost.
Wait, should we ask our radiant our lizard-making friend?
Yeah.
He said his life's passion is making lizards.
Ricardo,
yeah.
We're cooking for a ghost? What?
The lady with the funny voice said that she had friends in the teeth, and then there was a ghost who liked cooking,
yes,
who also has one of the little puzzle pieces. Charla, are you okay?
No. Clearly not.
Beetle's gonna re-frosty the remainder of her tea, just like,
here's a little pick-me-up.
Thank you.
So should we be practicing cooking?
You know, I'm kind of getting into this adventuring thing, and I think I know that Gilbert here is a masterful chef.
Ricardo sells his magic rub.
Does he?
How long did you let this kid run around by himself? What the hell does that mean?
Ricardo sells his secret seasoning.
You called it a magic rub. What?
It's his special sauce.
Charla, we have missed a lot.
It's his barbecue sauce.
Those were great seasonings. That could help.
Okay, well then...
I knew a colonel who had that once.
Oh!
Shall we continue to the lizard vendor?
I'm ready to adventure.
Alright, let's go see if there's any cool ghost things, get some more food for the people who need food, and then,
Agreed.
Dream time.
Alright!
Woo!
If it's alright with you, I'm going to stay behind in the tent and read this book for a little bit.
You were the one that asked if we needed food.
I did. So I guess I'll come with you, yes.
Charla and Kai.
Hi, I got you. I'll bring you some.
My lord, I will bring you some food. Do not worry.
We'll bring you a whole platter, buddy.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can I throw you a gold piece?
Just bring your book.
I'm spotting you this time.
Just everyone, let's all go together. Let's go. Onward!
Oh my god.
To the lizard vendor.
I open the book and I start paging through it as I walk.
Good. You can do that. You're multi-talented.
Multitasker.
Gilbert, lead the way.
Back to Ricardo.
Woo!
Back to the barbecue lizard stand.
Hey, you're back. You brought some friends, I see.
Hey, Ricardo.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Hello!
We were talking about how, great your lizards were.
Ah, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You know that special spice blend that I didn't want to buy last time?
I do indeed, yeah. I've got it right here. I've got Ricardo's special blend, and I have extra spicy if you fancy yourself.
Let's go with the extra spicy.
Can we do one of each.
May I have a sample?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Just hold out your finger.
All right.
He'll sprinkle. Do you want the spicy or the regular?
I'll take the spicy, please.
He'll sprinkle a little of that spicy out onto your finger.
Beetle just shoves it into his nose.
Ah! Ow! Ow! Oh!
Tears come to your eyes.
That looks good.
I can breathe a lot better now, you guys. That's fantastic product, sir.
You like it?
Really effective.
Also, just a question, to, a culinary question for you, if you don't mind. Have you ever had to cook for a ghost or spirit?
Are you talking about Natifa?
Yes.
I don't know. Are we?
You tell us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
I've definitely made my way over to the burning pools on occasion and tested my own culinary mettle.
Oh, excellent. How would you go about that? Can you give us any tips?
To be honest, I used my special blend of herbs here, and she seemed quite satisfied with it. She's always looking for, new and exotic kind of flavors.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you very much. We will take one of each.
Great. Well, they're usually 3 copper apiece, but I'll tell you what. If you want 5, I can give you 5 for a silver.
Yeah, sure. That's a good deal. And gives him a silver.
It's a good deal. Doing math real quick. I'm like, that's solid.
That's honest deal.
All right, so I give you a silver.
I don't know how many that is.
And take a look. He'll cut up a lizard into 6 and say, take some samples here as well.
Well, thank you. That's very generous.
Thank you.
Crispy.
Excellent.
Good crunch.
It's not bad.
That is high praise from him.
I think I'm becoming accustomed to desert food. I think I actually like it out here.
Great. Okay.
Amazing.
Well, pleasure doing business with you.
Good day, sir.
Pleasure doing business with you as well.
Thanks, Ricardo. If only we could bring you with us.
Oh, the kid here was talking about something that drips. Do you have anything wet that he could wear on his body?
Wait, what?
You said you wanted something that drips?
Oh, Ricardo! For our cooking purposes, do you have any, chef garb? Do you got, an apron, a chef's hat,
How about you roll a d20?
That is a 10.
Yeah, I've got these t-shirts that say Ricardo's special blend on them.
Can I have 20?
20?
What?
No. Kill.
That's 19 too many.
I want to do some product pushing and give these to people around the town and just to spread the word.
No.
You want to work for him?
Sponsored by Ricardo's special sauce.
Gil, do you have money for this purchase?
I got 15 gold pieces.
Don't waste your money, good sir.
Can I buy one for each of my friends?
I don't want one. And we're not friends.
Okay, one for everyone but Charla.
I'll give you 20 shirts for 1 gold piece.
Now, I don't know how many a gold piece is, but I think that's too much money.
I mean, we could just hand them to anybody we meet.
We could make a big old blanket or a parachute with them. Maybe the dream lady, just all she needs is a nice shirt.
Ricardo, here you go.
God.
Oh, man.
Somebody teach this kid about investing.
They're all pretty much the same design. It's like a cotton t-shirt with Ricardo's special blend and a little gnome with sunglasses, and he's holding a bottle with fire and giving a thumbs up with his other hand.
Wow, 100% cotton, huh?
I need this to be an actual t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
5 of each size, small, medium, large, XL.
Thanks, Ricardo.
Well, I'll take a large to use as pajamas. Thank you.
Beetle will take an XL and make a giant, it's like a veil.
He wears it on his ears.
And then ties it, but he doesn't really understand desert garb of how to actually do the cool folds and everything. The arms are just flapping behind him.
It's a opposite of a plane.
Yeah.
That you would see in the sky. It's
It's just this little thing that floats around. You'll always know what Beetle is now.
Yeah, you're on the beach. It's yeah, I will take some high noons.
It's like when you put a balloon on a child.
All right, now that I'm finished being unhinged,
Are you ever truly finished being unhinged?
No.
He's only just begun.
Thanks, Ricardo. I'm gonna make sure that wherever we go, I'm gonna give someone a t-shirt.
Oh, I so appreciate that, my man. Thanks for spreading the word.
Of course, Gilbert sticks out his hand for a bump, a pound it.
Yeah, he'll give you a little gnome pound it.
All right. Well, anyone else have anything fun to do before we go to bed?
Well,
No, sleep time.
Anybody want to explain to me how we're going to cook for a ghost?
that is a good question.
Really good question.
Also, the ghost is at the lake. And Reuben is at the teeth.
Correct.
Okay.
We will go to the teeth first and then figure out what we are going to make for the ghost, whose name is Natifa.
Well, he did say that the ghost appreciated novelty, and if he did it cook for the ghost, I'm worried that the spices might not be so novel.
I have apples from the Jamal Oasis.
Edibles. Put some weed on a snake.
We do have some honey.
We should get the ghost high.
And then we feed them the food.
We've got some honey from the beehive. We've also got honey from the desert. And we've got apples. I know that Billowby!
He might have some mushrooms.
Some mushrooms and some mead. I know he was trying to make some mead.
If someone wants to roll a survival, I could offer a few other things that you all have collected in sessions past that we've forgotten about.
Dirty 23.
Ooh.
Dirty 23. That's just a 23. What are you talking about?
That's just a 23.
Great. We'll go with y'all's rolls. I'm not even going to chance it. I got to save my good rolls for when I need my bush.
Oh.
Billowby found some things in the kitchens of the Temple of the Tranquil Soul.
Right.
Including some more core leaf, some hibiscus tea, some pink salt, some sumac, and some saffron.
Ooh. Okay.
And you all also got some...
I'm just picturing adding all of this to Breath of the Wild and the... and then it's like, you made uneditable garbage.
Well, so what I'm thinking is maybe we could do like a couple course meal. So we have all that savory and the spicy stuff as like the main course with the mushrooms. And then we could have like honeyed apples or something for dessert, but we need an appetizer course.
If we do find...
Is what I'm thinking. Maybe the hibiscus tea we could make.
One other thing with the 23 is you also got some of that leafy eggplant at the bottom of the pool.
That could be our appetizer, like a crispy
we could do a fried eggplant.
The Baitan John, which I think you took a healthy amount of.
Baitan John curry?
Baitan John with some saffron.
With mushrooms.
And we could do like a tea reduction.
And like the spice.
Fried honey apple for dessert.
For dessert.
You guys, this is so fun.
This is so exciting.
Do we have any cinnamon?
Oh, I don't know if we have cinnamon.
We should get some cinnamon.
A good idea.
Who has cinnamon?
Wait, La C. Ricardo stuff has cinnamon in it.
Yeah. Read the ingredients, Gilbert.
Is there a list?
Practice your reading.
If you look at the ingredients, it's just a picture of him shrugging. It's a finger over his lips, like, it's a secret.
Winking.
Secret recipe.
Sumac could theoretically be used as a deserty substitute for the cinnamon.
Let's do that.
Okay.
It's a little acidic. It's a little tangy.
Yeah, it's a little tart.
Yeah.
That would go
nice
well
on
with the apples
as well.
and the honey, since we have the honey from it.
Yeah.
If we find a good meat, we can make a good shawarma, maybe.
I can keep my eye out for lizards.
Beetle is a guest. He's like, what are you talking about? Like courses of food. And then as everyone's talking about this, it's kind of like Ratatouille when Remy takes a bite and like he's starting to finally see like why people care about like real food so much. He's like, oh, it's like art.
Anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook.
That's so cute.
Ooh, we could do a lizard pot pie.
Ah, it's interesting.
I think that's a little heavy for lunch.
But your pie didn't go very well the last time.
Oh my god.
I got distracted.
It was a fluke. The ovens are a little hard to manage and...
Yeah, it was a gas oven as opposed to an electric.
Ah.
No.
Yes, that would always fool me.
Not consistent.
I believe Gilbert is going to shoot chili out of his fingers.
A baba ganoush.
Do have that.
A little olive tapenade.
I can make some pita.
Yeah, let's do a baba ganoush.
Ooh, a cornmeal curry.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Ooh.
That'd be revitalizing. And
My dreams tonight are gonna be so good.
Let's hope.
I will dream of food and fried lizard.
Don't even need the hallucinogenic potion.
I love that Kai was like reading, and then we're all talking about like food and recipes, and he immediately, like at some point, he just closes the book. He's like, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do."
Let me list every single kind of curry that I know.
I grew up on the coast, so I know some cuisine. A lot of cuisines pass through.
Exactly.
I love that Reggie and Kai are like, "Let's make this like a 7-course tasting. It's gonna take 4 hours. There's gonna be like an immersive element where we break some smoke like above it." Yeah.
I will say Kai definitely has spent some time going through the kitchens of the palace back at home, like
100%,
and just like chilling, like doing this with a book, and he's just like smelling all the smells. and like asking questions anytime. Like, what are you doing? What are you cooking? What are you cutting? How is that? I feel like he's a very like talkative and questioning kid when he was younger, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Ooh.
Absolutely. Very inquisitive. Sure.
I could forage for some desert nuts, and we can make a nut flour cookie.
Ooh, interesting.
For
Yeah.
dessert.
And what do desert nuts grow on?
Desert bushes.
Bushes.
Haven't you seen all the little tumbleweed bushes all over? They're covered in nuts. They just keep clinking and clanging around.
Yeah.
No. Haven't seen it.
The more things that we see and the more things that we collect, the more items that we have to use for this meal.
And when we present our dishes, it definitely needs to be like aesthetically pleasing, you know? Like, oh, we use this to represent the sky and the earth, and this is sort of our concept for our restaurant.
Ooh.
Beetle, where is this coming from?
Well, you know, I was running around all day. I heard a lot of people just chit-chatting. I picked up a bunch of stuff. I'm a new man.
Well, that's excellent, I guess.
I saw a lot of recipes in the garbage.
I like the old Beetle and the new Beetle.
Well, this is a good brainstorming, folks.
Before we start thinking about the burning pools, we have to start thinking about the teeth.
We do.
Of Reuben, who we might meet there, the potion maker that Nadia has a connection with. And the potion, who we connected with Trixie. She was the potion seller, but seems to be a third party working with or for Reuben.
Well, at the very least, Reuben's a supplier of some potions.
Correct.
Mhm.
Maybe he also sells some, like, regents.
Well, so then should we sleep and then plan to go to Bishop's Teeth first?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
Charla, we're roommates.
Okay. So.
Yes, oh my god, I desperately need a bunk bed chit-chat between Charla and Selene.
Yeah, this is kind of like not how I thought my life would turn out.
Oh my god.
And yet here we are. What about you?
Would you rather?
No, Charlotte, for real though, I'm sorry that you were put in the position you were. That sucks.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I probably could have made a better decision about how I handled it, but I'm not known for my good decision-making skills. Never have been. Kind of forgot I had parents there for a little bit. I went traveling and then left them behind.
I'm wondering if maybe we should look into like whether or not you have legitimate memory issues with your memory, because at this point I'm like medically concerned.
God, oh no.
So it sounds like people are moving into sort of long rest territory. What activities would you all be doing before you sleep?
It cuts to after Selene and Charla sort of have that, and then it pans over to Kai, Reggie, Beetle, and the boy are all in bunk beds, and it's just dark and it's quiet, and then...
Hey, Reggie.
Yes?
What do you think happens to us after we die?
I have given this quite a lot of thought, being at war and on the front lines, but I think...
When did you go to war?
Against the cultists for a number of...
Charla!
I've been on the front line for 7 months!
There's a whole campaign!
It's literally his whole thing, Charla! Jesse, get it together!
To quote one of the great thespians of Huzuz,
Never gonna give you up?
the ones that love us will miss us.
Keanu Reeves.
I was gonna say it's Keanu Reeves.
He was great in Inception.
The legendary actor Keanu Reeves.
Oh, was he in that play?
No.
He was the best part. He was the
Kai somehow gets out of his meditation just to say that.
and Reggie is just journaling. He's just writing down all the things that happen.
Gilbert's reading his druid book.
Can I have a copy of your journal to remind myself?
No.
Add another hour, how about 2 hours to your book progress there, Gilbert?
Yeah, we're at like 10 right now.
That's pretty good. Out of 100?
Did we decide how many more?
It's a lot.
I thought it was 100.
To, like, study and master a book of wizardry.
Anybody else have any backstory that I've forgotten that you need to remind me of?
It's been a lot of sessions since we've done a long rest, but it sounds like it's time for that.
Uh-oh. We've avoided it at all costs. We haven't slept in days.
No sleep.
Yeah.
It's been an exciting, 2 days.
No sleep till Huzuz.
So as you all feel your respective eyelids growing heavy, off to trance, off to sleep, whatever it is you do, you will roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Here we go.
I'm good at these.
13 for Reggie.
3!
Beetle got a 16 plus 8, so 24 wisdom save.
Yeah, I got a fucking 23.
I got a 2.
No.
Oh boy.
All right. Gilbert, you, of course, are still trying to figure out exactly what has happened to you, who you are, who has done what to you exactly. But I may have disclosed the first time and will disclose again. As a Kalash Tar, you do not explicitly dream, but you do fall into sleep, and you do once again find yourself in this experience
the room!
Similar to that which you had before.
I forgot.
You find yourself conscious in your body, and you are in a large, shiny, silver, round room. The ceilings and floor curve into the outer walls. Maybe you've had similar experiences to this even before, since you've been back in this new form. One major difference, you do not see the two massive, glowing, red-orange, undulating crystals, nor do you see the rings around them that had that font, which you were not able to discern what it said. Those are entirely gone. However, what you do still see, which you saw the first time, is at the edge of the room you see 4 doors.
4 doors. 3 doors down. Are all the doors the same?
They are very similar. They look simple, like you can open them. It's made of the sort of silvery substance that the walls are. There might be a little bit of a glow behind each of them, but they all, in appearance, look the same.
Can I do an insight to see if I can feel any sort of presences behind them?
Sure.
That is a 16.
With a 16, you certainly feel like each of these doors leads somewhere unique. You feel like several of them lead to perhaps another simple dream. You feel like another leads to perhaps a slightly more complex manifestation of dreaming that might have more presences behind it. And you feel one has an unfamiliar presence, but a familiar space, a familiar sensation that you can't quite define behind it.
Let's open that one.
Door number 4!
Door number 4.
Tell us what is behind door number 4.
As you open the door, it automatically sort of passes over you. There's no stepping through it. Suddenly, you are washed over with this new space. You are standing on top of a small, bright white rock floating in the stars. It almost seems a bit moon-like. Probably one of the first things you notice is you look up and around you. You see, moving so slowly you can't even tell unless you really observe for a while, thousands of horrifying visages, spirits with sickening grins, monstrous faces, violent images, spirits of individuals, many of which appear to be young, childlike, and they are all sort of floating in this general direction, but so slowly that they almost seem suspended in time, almost.
The children of the last dream?
The other thing you notice is on this great white floating moon, there's sort of this song playing, this lullaby, and though you can't quite make sense of the tune, it sort of calms you and seems to almost be a lullaby of protection from whatever that force is outside of this moon. The final thing you see out in front of you is one small individual sitting cross-legged on the surface of this moon. He is an old goblin. His legs are crossed, his eyes are closed, and he is locked in a deep meditation.
I'm gonna cry! Oh my god, what?
Oh, just give me a second. Okay.
What the... Jesse is just...
Shut the fuck up!
Wow. Is this something that I can walk on?
It feels like just physical, dusty surface below you. Glows a gentle white.
I see the unknown figure in the distance.
Unknown
figure.
To Gilbert, he is unknown. Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah, Gilbert's only heard of Grick in passing from Shara Kalakan and Kai and Reggie and Beetle. Yeah, we're gonna slowly, tentatively, like you would to any person that you just see sitting there, just to check if they're okay. More like this person sitting there. There's all these scary demonic faces around. I want to check on this person.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up to him and
He's fine.
attempt to put like a hand on his shoulder to see what's up.
All right. How about you roll an investigation?
That's a 16.
Tom, I see your smiling face.
I have no idea what's going on. I could tell you that.
I also have no idea what's going on.
With a 16, you approach this figure, and he seems positively still, and so deep in this meditation that he seems almost in this transcendent state where he's almost not even present in his body at this moment. And placing a hand on his shoulder, you feel that he is not near coming back to his body, nor is he particularly intending on. So whatever state he's in this meditation, he seems to have put himself into that for a reason probably to protect himself from, difficult to say exactly. But what you'll continue to notice is he won't respond to you. He will not return to his body. And you can spend some time looking around this moon. And eventually it feels as if hours pass. And only after those hours pass do you finally see some of those horrifying faces start to move ever so slightly. And you get the sense with the 16 also that whatever you are stuck in, it seems as though time is moving much faster in your moon pocket here than it is with those shadowy creatures just outside. Mm-hmm. So you and this individual are trapped in this seeming like time is moving much, much slower dimension. The one other thing I'll say is you notice on your person an object which you fell asleep reading, which is a book that you've logged 10 hours on. And you feel whatever state you are in, you have what seems like unlimited time to...
Fuck yes! A Spark Note pocket dimension! Yeah!
There we go.
Oh my god.
to continue to make your way through this dense tome.
Oh my god!
So I want to do two things. I want to read, obviously. I wanted to sit down in front of Grick, also in the same meditative space facing him, and attempt to mind link with Grick. See if I can get inside of his mind.
All right.
Interesting.
What would you say?
I don't know who you are,
But I have a special set of skills.
but I know you're obviously here for an important reason. And obviously I'm here for an important reason too, and I'm not sure why. So if there's any signs you could send, that'd be cool. But I also understand your boundaries, and you're protecting yourself and stuff. I'm here for some reason, and you might have a inkling why. Thanks, bro. Hashtag bro.
It's like the child version of Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh my god.
So if you mind link with Grick,
You will be lost forever.
I would say because his consciousness is not communicating with you, you're not able to get a response. What you don't feel is that sort of barrier like you did when you tried to mind link with the crystals on the previous night. You certainly feel like there is an openness, a connection, and that whatever message you are passing on very well could reach him.
Holy
I'll sit there for a moment, wait for a response, and be like, okay. Then I'll end the mind link. Then I will sit in the same position and meditate on this book.
I have so many questions that I can't ask.
Holy shit!
You will continue to read, and perhaps at times you will get frustrated because this is taking so long. But eventually you realize there's nothing to do but read. And what feels like almost 100 hours to you, days on end, you spend reading this entire book. And as you finish the last page, you suddenly feel that Gilbert wakes up back in his body in Huzuz.
Gilbert wakes up, like, shoots up to sitting, and is just like, okay, I need to talk to, like, is there, like, a dream person that I can talk to about this? This is all in his head. He goes like,
I need to speak to the manager.
It's in the middle of the night.
I'm gonna write it in my dream journal.
Meanwhile, Reggie,
Yes.
you fall into a dream. You hear the sound of clashing metal. You hear the shouts of magic users speaking in what you know as primordial, the magic language of the Akabar cultists. Mm-hmm. You are fighting side by side with Huzuz guard against an ambush party of these cultists. Holding the line beside you is Algernon the 14th, your brother.
Oh no.
You are deflecting spells and striking down enemy soldiers left and right, but soon you and your brother are surrounded, and you turn and lock eyes with him, and you see a fear like he's never shown you before, and you feel that fear in your own heart as well. And you see behind him an Akabar cultist steps forward in this greenish-black hood with their face obscured. Their cloaked hand stretches towards your brother, and it is your turn in initiative.
I jump in front of my brother. I, try to pull my brother out of the way and, step in front of him. If I can swing some more, if I can swing my sword at this guy, then I will.
So an athletics, perhaps, to get your brother out of the way.
13.
You are indeed able to swap places with your brother just in time as this hand reaches out. Even in your dream state, you could take that action surge, maybe, if you wanted to also attack, right?
Do I have my new fancy magic sword?
In this dream, you do not. You have what seems to be the sword that you were using. That's a great question. The sword that you were using on the battlefront.
Okay, so that's my great sword, so I will take 2 swings. 12.
With a 12, you do indeed sink your sword into the body of this cultist.
12 damage, and I do get another attack.
In dreams, you do damage.
And 24 to hit.
Okay, great.
15 damage.
All right, so in this dream, you spring to action. Your brother, you get out of the way, and you indeed have 2 very well executed attacks on this figure. The figure falls to the ground, dying, and their hood falls back, and it reveals sort of human, alien-like face, except it is covered in worms.
What?
It seems almost to be made entirely of worms.
What the
And
fuck?
just before all of the worms fall into a pile beneath the robes, it gives a little smile at you, a little bit like a dragonborn that reminds you of a certain woman that you once met before.
Oh no.
And as the robes fall and you hear the voice of your brother say, "Reginald!" you turn and you are awake.
What the fuck?
He just kind of blinks awake and it's like,
Man, and we didn't even take any of this hallucinating dream juice? Damn.
Selene.
Yes.
You feel waves crashing against your feet. You are standing on a beach. You feel that perhaps you are in this place that was described to you by your comrades. And you feel, of course, the immediate need to look for Lilith, your sister. Looking around wildly, your attention goes out into the starry water behind you, and it seems like you see the body of someone who looks like your sister being gently tousled amongst the waves out in the ocean. You may take a turn in initiative.
Fuck. Okay. When you say in the waves, do you mean face down in the waves, or do you mean can you paint a
We talking Ophelia or
How about you start with a perception?
Only a 12.
With the 12, it's difficult to say. You think you see her face for a moment, but then you see her hair, and certainly don't feel like she's conscious. You're probably not able to tell from where you are.
I mean, given that this is probably, she was asleep, she feels like she's in some sort of a dream state. I don't think she's going to be super aware that she's dreaming and is going to sort of act on impulse and make her way into the water towards her sister.
All right. As you begin swimming out into this astral sea, why don't you make for me an athletics check?
Oh, God!
Also a 12.
With a 12, it certainly feels difficult. You feel your armor on you as you're trying to work through these waves, and things can often feel like you're moving through water anyway in a dream, and you're struggling and, getting more and more anxious as you make your way towards her. But finally, you reach her body, and as you do, she will open her eyes as perhaps you take her into your arms. Her eyes were closed. She will have been smiling, and she'll open her eyes still smiling and kind of look at you a bit curiously. And as she opens her mouth to say your name, you may realize you look around and this dream is perhaps something you have forced upon yourself so much that you wanted it to be real. But you do not see that island. You just see the stars, and they look like the stars do above the rooftops of Huzuz where you gaze out with your sister. And perhaps for a moment you only feel like you are on those rooftops again. And you reach to maybe hold her hand for a moment, but you don't feel like she's present with you. It is just a dream. And you find yourself waking up.
Selene is also going to sort of sit up immediately, playing with the bracelet that she took from Selene's room.
Fucking devastating. I'm crying every single time.
Yeah.
Very good. Kai,
Yes.
Charla, and Beetle,
Mm-hmm.
you feel waves of starlight crashing up onto your ankles.
Ah!
Charla and Kai, you turn to see each other in your own forms, very much yourselves. When you look inland, you see this island, which definitely feels a little bit dreamlike, but you recognize Kai. You see what you saw, perhaps these shadowy figures up further in on the beach. These sort of half-dream, not quite connected to your plane of reality, individuals wandering around. Charla, you weren't on the shore last time, but you recognize this as the island that you saw from your little precipice.
From my Little Mermaid rock.
From your Little Mermaid rock. The only individual you can make out is this sort of windy woman.
Oh, so windy.
Ah, the windy
yes,
woman.
The windy woman.
The windy woman. Oh, she's so...
Oh, so windy.
Oh, so windy.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
You see this windy woman, which Kai, you remember last night had the voice of Beetle.
What?
Beetle, you see Kai and Charla in their normal forms.
Hey, buddies!
You also see out into this island. You certainly feel more connected to this place than the other two. You see things more clearly.
Sure.
You see further on the island, and you see also there's now these people sort of congregating together. They wear different colored gemmed necklaces around their necks, and they're just sort of enjoying themselves on this beach, sort of forming these like little drum circles. You see there's a barbecue pit. You see there's these finely woven hammocks that were added since you were here last night.
Uh-oh.
You definitely see faces of others.
Cool.
You see actual inhabitants of this island. Other knee-jerk reactions from the three of you as you are on this island?
Why am I back here?
Oh, hey, buddies!
Do this.
Oh, God!
Do this meaning raise your hand and wiggle your
Raise your hand and wiggle your fingers.
Anyone listening at home, just picture the funniest moment of Emperor's New Groove, which is saying a lot, but it's one of the funniest moments of any what is this, some kind of peasant
games you do or something.
I'm a llama!
Yeah, Beetle will do that, and then we'll definitely see these, like, wispy cloud fingers, and not like it at all.
Oh, no! Oh, God!
Wait, are you the windy woman?
I'm Beetle.
No. What?
Well, I don't know. It's your dream.
No, I look like me. Kai looks like Kai.
Well,
is it?
I think the problem is that we look like us and you do not look like Beetle.
Yeah. You sound like Beetle.
Maybe it's my dream and this is what I wish I looked like. I don't think that's true. I don't like this at all.
I don't think it is your dream, Beetle. I don't think you would be willing to trap all these people on this dream island in the dreamscape on purpose.
But they don't look trapped. Look, they look so happy. They're having barbecues.
They've got hammocks.
They do have hammocks and the barbecue looks good.
There's no hammocks in prison.
Oh my goodness.
Should we go chat with some of them and see what's the deal?
If we can. Ask how they got here. When did they get here?
Yeah, so Beetle doesn't remember that he's been here before, so he's not going to remember to ask if Satara is here, but if someone else wants to look around and see if Satara is here.
Can I investigate or, like, perception check and, like, to see if Satara is, like, actually here?
You can try.
Oh, that's never a good sign.
You will fail.
It's a 3.
That sort of shimmering barrier of not being actually quite present on this island is far too active for you to make any assumptions about who you see out there.
Well, come on, let's go and chat with some people and see what the deal is.
Beetle, I'm wondering if you're the only one with connection to these people, considering it is your dreamscape.
I mean, I don't know any of these people. Do I recognize any of these people?
How about you roll a history then, Beetle?
Come on, baby. Do the locomotion. It's a 12. It's a 12. Poor Beetle. Poor dumb Beetle.
You probably, Beetle, don't recognize people right away. You see various different kinds of people. You see some people in those Temple of the Tranquil Soul robes. Remember, lots of recruits from there. What you saw, not that you could compare it to last night, but what you see a lot more of also is people who are in this desert garb, much like the House of the Lion garb that the chieftain of the Jamal Oasis wore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Najib. Yeah, can I go look for the strongest and prettiest lady that would look like Najib would be married to her?
All right, how about you do an insight on that?
15.
You perhaps approach a beautiful woman in this garb. She is a tiefling. She is sitting by one of these fires, just kind of enjoying herself, cradling the green gem around her neck.
Are you Jamal?
Are you Jamal? Are you the town of Jamal?
Are you the Jamal?
Beetle, the great ambassador.
Incredible.
I'm Jamal, you're Jamal, we're all Jamal, really, aren't we?
Oh, cool.
Did they hear that?
They don't see or hear the person you're talking to.
Oh.
Not at all. It's not even like I'm talking to like a gray form.
They
I'm
see
just
a
talking
windy
to the air.
woman using Beetle's voice to say, "Are you Jamal?" to this sort of glittering patch of nothing.
This is insane. Okay.
Okay, so there's this lady, she's got horns and her skin's cool and sort of black and red, and she's kind of dressed like that guy at the pool. And I asked her if she was Jamal. Well, you heard that. And then she just said a bunch of nonsense.
You got a 15, right?
Yeah.
So here's something else I'll offer. You're looking for the wife of Najib.
Correct. I mean,
who left him, along with many of his tribesfolk,
right,
to be on this dream island that Satara described.
Right.
In addition, she is also the only other person who knew of the location of the chronolometer, because it was her idea to give it to the 9 mystics.
Huh.
Therefore, she probably is a little bit more involved with the plans of Satara and Alira Zautil.
What? Who is that? Who is that?
That's the Loth Warlock.
That's the bad lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. The shadow bitch.
The Spidey bitch.
And therefore might not be found on this pleasant beach scene.
Oh, because she's like, I see. Okay.
I don't think you're who I'm looking for. Yeah, we're all Jamal. You just keep tapping away at that gem there. Oh yeah, they've got all of these crazy necklaces, and some of them have different colors on them, and they're all like glowing and whatever.
I have a blue gem.
What colors are the gems?
Well, this one's green, and
You see a handful of these greens. You see a lot of reds and a few yellows as well. You don't see many blues.
Does this body have one? I don't know why I looked down at my own body. I looked at my...
You are not wearing one of these necklaces.
Got it.
No.
Hey, are there any extra of those little cool trinket things for your neck? I don't have one.
I thought we all got one when we got here.
I come and go as I please. Do you know you could probably do that too if you wanted to, leave?
Why would you want to leave?
I mean, these hammocks are okay, but have you tried sleeping in a pile of trash? I don't see any trash piles here.
We don't know who Beetle's talking to, right?
Just talking to a tree.
They're literally just talking to crystals in the air,
yeah,
basically.
Exactly.
As you look around, Beetle, noticing that you indeed do not see any trash piles here,
Ha!
You do see something else. You see from inland, from the sort of jungle trees that are sort of more in the center of the island, a figure runs out rather intensely in your direction.
Do we see this figure, Charla and I?
Mm-hmm.
You do not.
Then why am I here?
Because you failed.
So this figure rushes towards you, and they're, like I said, they're moving far more emphatically.
My sort of animal instincts, is this like an attack?
It doesn't look like they're trying to attack you, but they're trying to get your attention. They will run up, and you see this individual is an elemental.
Handsome
Daddy!
He's a different type of elemental. His skin is actually brown and gray stone. He's very stone-like, and he seems to be constantly molting these clouds of dirt.
Stone soul.
Cool.
Rock. Very earth-like.
Cool.
Earth the substance, not the player character from book 1.
Right.
And he will rush right up to you.
Whoa! Hey, buddy. You're cool looking. What's your deal?
Finally, you are here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
What has she done to you?
I kind of like it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. Kai, Charla, give me your honest opinion. Is this better or worse than what I was like before?
I think that maybe perhaps if the voice had also changed, it would be better suited. But the fact that you still have Beetle's voice in this body, it's a little disconcerting.
I'm sorry, sir. My friends are just giving me horrible criticism about something I cannot change about myself. But I did ask for an honest opinion, so we're really sort of pulling at both ends here.
Never do that! Never!
I am sorry to be brief, but we really have not much time.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, let's go. All right. Well, where are we going? What are we doing? There's no time.
We're going somewhere?
Where are we going?
Well, this guy just said, "You guys, please pay attention."
What
we don't
guy?
have time."
What guy?
The guy, the stone dirt guy. He's right here.
Beetle, we see nothing.
Can't see it.
We see maybe a cloud poof.
Oh, interesting.
Can Beetle cast greater invisibility on himself in this dreamland?
Do you attempt to do so?
I do.
For what purpose?
Just, I don't know, to burn a spell slot.
So we won't see you either?
Well, I just want to see I want to see if magic works. Can I try and cast greater invisibility?
I mean, could you do like a greater visibility?
Make me bigger.
No, like make everybody else visible.
Are Charla and I just gonna hold on to your dress like two kids lost?
Charla and Kai, you see this windy woman with Beetle's voice disappear.
Beetle, no!
No, Beetle! Windy Beetle!
Where have you gone? Are you still here?
Oh, I'm right here. I'm back.
And I'm gonna tap the stone guy on the shoulder, but then whisper in his other ear.
I'm all around you. I'm just kidding, buddy.
And then I'll take greater invisibility off. I just wanted to see, one, if Beetle was actually here, if magic could be done, and if, I don't know, but we learned something.
That we could use magic here.
You can.
I try to prestidigitate myself to tie up my hair if my hair isn't done.
Yeah, you seem to be able to use that magic as well.
Okay.
Do you do magic, my stony fellow?
Please, we do not have much time. I know you are in a changed state, but I have to tell you this.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Do you not sense the urgency from the way I sprinted towards you?
I mean,
we don't do urgency very well.
I don't really understand much of, needing to get things done. It'll happen when it happens. Go ahead.
Satara was betrayed. The sister from the temple. The sister has... I'm sorry, will you go... Did you...
Oh, no. No, we're breaking up.
I won't interrupt anymore. I'm just trying to take it all in. I'm just a little distracted. So you said Satara was betrayed by the sister in the temple.
Sister in the temple? That was Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Who?
Alera.
Alera.
Illyria?
Alera.
Okay.
Selene, the only person who knows whose name this is, somewhere in the distance, goes, I should probably call my friend by her name in front of my friends. For no reason.
So yeah, Beetle is going to have said all of those different versions of that name.
Alira Zautil.
Alira
Alira.
The servant of Lolth.
I am erasing that E.
She has taken over the dream home.
She's taken over the dream home. Well, it looks pretty nice. Sometimes new management.
It is very recent, and I'm afraid what she will do here soon will not reflect what you see on this beach.
Oh.
That sounds serious.
What's our plan, then?
Here, take this.
Okay.
He will reach into his molten earth person. He will remove a large metallic disc, clearly of an arcane nature. And he will say, I stole this in time. Take it. You must take it now.
Okay.
Before the betrayer knows it is missing.
Okay. Okay. I will keep it nice and safe.
And I will grab it.
Can we see it now that he's grabbed it?
Yeah, do we see any of this?
I'm just gonna hand it to Kai. Can I just hand it to Kai?
Yeah, give it to Kai.
Yeah, I'd say Kai and Charla, you see, visible again, you see her windy hands stick out, and this object of shimmering dream that you do not make out, as it enters her hands, you see what very clearly looks like you would Kai know right away, one of the pieces of the orrery.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah. We got another one, folks.
What? We got another one!
Can you bring it back from the dream world, though?
So, okay, buddy. It's been crazy. You can tell by my voice, things have gotten a little weird. Remind me of your name.
I've started chain smoking.
My name is Teron.
Holy shit.
Oh, Teron. That's a big boy name.
Talisman of Teron.
What should I do with this? Should I just keep it secret? Keep it safe?
Beetle said Teron, and does Kai
Yeah.
recall this?
Yeah, it's the Talisman of Teron.
You would know the name.
Talisman of Teron.
I
so
remember that.
Teron's talisman.
I was trapped in an object for many years and kept on the dusty shelves of a library in a temple until Satara found me again. As he says this, you feel a little bit of a rumble in the earth. And you feel, you look inland and you see this sort of mountain in the middle of the island begins to shake and quake a little bit.
Uh-oh.
That can't be good.
I cannot tell you too much. If you know too much too soon, this entire island will collapse into nothing.
I'm fine with not knowing anything, buddy. So this is good enough for me. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Friends say it was nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet who?
I hope to see you soon, and I hope that all can be explained very soon.
Okay. Me too, honestly. But yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Have fun. Enjoy the hammocks, and maybe some trash will show up.
Please keep this object safe.
Oh, sure.
And keep yourself safe, my love.
Oh.
My love?
Oh, my.
I didn't hear that.
Love, too.
I must go.
Okay, bye-bye.
And he will turn, and he will head away.
Beetle, what happened?
You guys, that was crazy. I think I'm married.
What?
Married?
Sugar daddy.
As you say those words, all three of you suddenly find yourselves awake in Raziz.
Do we hold a piece of the orrery?
You find in your hands, Beetle, your little goblin hands as you wake, a large metal magical disc.
Oh.
What the hell is this?
And just like that, our party has collected the third of 6 pieces of the Orrery of the Wanderer. Say, did that seem a little too easy? This concludes another episode of The Stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadours. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the adventure.